Welcome to the Frustration to Freedom podcast, helping advisors and insurance producers grow their practice. Welcome to Team Elevate. My name is Mike Bemis, Senior Advisor Development Consultant at Solicitation, Minneapolis. I got my partner in crime here, Jeremy Karja, also Senior Advisor Development Consultant at Solicitation, Minneapolis. Jeremy, I'm excited about today. I know I'm excited about every podcast, but this one's this one's about show me the money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money. So we're going to be talking about money days, buffer days, and free days. How to coordinate your schedule and how to help you close more business on money days. So I'm excited about that. So Jeremy, let's get started. So tell me about money days. What are money days?
Money days is anything that's going to produce revenue. What I tell my guys, and they get sick of me hearing it over and over, is revenue generating activities. How much time are you spending on revenue generating activities? And I think of a story, Darren Hardy, he wrote a book, the name escapes me, but he also was the head of Success Magazine. I don't know if he still is, but he when he was young, he did real estate. And some mentor told him, even though he was doing really well, he's making $1 million a year at 27 or something. He said, why don't you use a timer and use that timer to check how much time you're actually spending on revenue generating activities, and do a stopwatch. Every time you're doing revenue generating activities, start it and then stop it when you're not. And he's thinking, oh man, I spent hours and hours doing revenue generating activities. I'm knocking on doors. I'm doing all this stuff. Like, you don't understand. I make $1 million a year, but I'll do it. He did it. And don't quote me on this. You can Google it. But I believe he spent somewhere in the neighborhood of 37 minutes of his 12-hour day doing revenue generating activities. So we think we're doing it, Mike, but we're not really doing it. And so that's why I think it's so crucial. You got to focus on revenue generating activities, RGAs, or you're going to be in trouble. You're not going to be making money because, Mike, what happens to every producer? Do they take a hold of their day, or does the day take hold of them? And, oh, my gosh, it's 5 o'clock again, and I didn't accomplish what I wanted.
I didn't call that person back. I didn't call that referral. My day got away from me.
But I did some emails. I was very reactive to calls.
Yep. I reacted to my day instead of plan my day.
Right? Yeah. So there you go. Nice transition. So what do you do, Mike, to fix that? How do you take back a hold of your day instead of your day taking a hold of you?
Well, I think the biggest thing is to understand what is a money day, what is a buffer day and what is a free day. But I think I'm going to ask you that question in a second. But I think to answer your question, I think it really comes down to we have to have our schedule for specific days. My top producers, they schedule out their money days. They schedule out their buffer days. They schedule out their free days. And they don't get off the schedule. If you are successful, and I'm not saying every producer is going to be this day one, right? But if you are successful, they need you more than you need them, right? Yeah. So let's just do this quick. Why don't you explain, Jeremy, to us, what is a money day, what is a buffer day, and what is a free day?
Okay, so money day, we'll start with the fun one. So money day is when you set up a bunch of second or third appointment closes in one day, and you set those up so you can have a money day. Because what happens is you have something that starts to build a little thing called momentum. If you close that first meeting and you have 3 closes that day, what are the odds of closing the second and the third?
Knock them all down, Jeremy.
Boom,
just gonna
boom, boom, boom. Right?
I'm on cloud 9. Let's go.
So if you set up those money days, that's how my advisors, my top people, your top people, Bemis, they have those, money days, and they call us and they say, hey, did $1 million a day. I did a 200, a 400, and a 500. It was a great day, because they set that up and they plan that out. So that is a money day. You're focusing somewhere around 80% of your day strictly on revenue generating activities. For our advisors, what does that mean? That means kneecap to kneecap with clients, ideally in second and third meetings, not annual reviews, not first appointments, right? Unless they're closings, like in the annual reviews. And then the buffer days are going to be everything else. So stuff that doesn't generate activity for you, but it goes in the category of important and urgent maybe, but definitely important. You're focusing on those items, those days, anything that can lead up to doing business, like a first meeting, an annual review, that really important or urgent email or problem that you had at the office, training your staff, all that stuff, those meetings, that is all, if you categorize it in the important category, that is going to be buffer day activity. It could be urgent. You're going to do your urgent stuff first, but definitely the important stuff. And free days is unplug completely. Don't check your email. Don't do anything other than activities outside of your business, which a lot of us, right? We kind of just work every day, right? Oh, checking our emails every day, looking every day. Like I'm at my kid's baseball game and I'm checking emails, right? You should be unplugging completely on those days, right, Mike?
What is that? What does Taranka say? I'm gonna go see a Denzel movie.
Yep.
Right?
Nobody's
But,
coming in. See you later.
yep. See you guys later. So really quick on top of what Jeremy is saying here, a lot of my big producers, what they do, an example, they'll have their buffer days on like a Monday or a Friday, maybe a Monday and a Tuesday. And that's where they're working with their staff and planning out the cases that they have coming in this week. I mean, that's either a Monday or a Friday. What do we have coming in? What else do we need for the appointment? Right? Planning and putting together the income for life reports, getting all the quotes that we needed, preparing the applications ahead of time, right? That's either you or your staff doing that stuff, right? Planning out the week. Money, and I would say the stacking first appointments or stacking second appointments on top of each other, if at all possible.
Yeah.
Right. Because like Jeremy said earlier, you get the mo, you get the rhythm, right? And so if you have a bunch of first appointments that day, you can get in the rhythm of doing first appointments. If the next day I have a bunch of second appointments and like Jeremy said, I close that first one, bam, I'm rocking, right? I'm like, you close the first one, you close the second one, you get to the third, they got no chance. You close them, right? You're closing them, right?
That's how you have your money days.
That's how you have your money days. The other thing I would say is for the free days is you gotta fill yourself back up, right?
Yeah, true.
Our big producers, they're giving and giving and giving all day long, right? And so they have to fill themselves back up. I mean, a couple ways is go on some of these nice trips that the carriers offer, right? That's a lot of fun. I know that Simplicity, we have some nice top producer trips that we do. Is the other thing I would say would be to come to our quarterly coaching, right? Come to our quarterly coaching, come to an AST. Why do I say that? Because you got to fill yourself back up, right? And when you come to those, don't just sit there and look at your email. Shut it off. There are no emergencies, right?
Yeah.
Just plug yourself in. Fill your cup back up, right? I think that's a great way to now you're rejuvenated to come back in. Again, our top producers, the ones that do the most premium, are they there some of the time, Jeremy, or are they there all the time?
All the time. They will tell you, I don't miss a session. The world has to be crumbling down for me to miss one of these sessions.
And they sit in the back on their phone, right? I think that's what they do.
I would say your top producers almost always are right in the front row.
And they probably heard it before, so they don't take notes, right?
Maybe 10 pages if they've been coming for, 5-7 years.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah. It's like anything, Mike. You're graduating to new levels, so you're seeing things differently and you're understanding things differently, right? So when you come to these coaching sessions, you're realizing, oh, I've heard that before, but now I see it differently. Or the funniest part, how many times have you experienced, Mike, where they said, gosh, I really learned this at this session. Why haven't you guys ever spoke about that? And we're over here. We've only said it 17 times since you've been with us. I know said it 5 times to you at least. But you weren't ready to hear it. What's that saying? When the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Yep.
So,
I think that sometimes you got to do it a few times to understand it and be like, oh, true. Man, okay, now I see where I didn't fire the broker correctly that time, or I see where I didn't pause there, and I need to pause and not talk, right? And so I talked my way out of a sale. So that's why it's important to come back, because you're going to have a 2 or 3 aha moments every single time.
Yeah, and you're going to learn about things like money days and buffer days and Ultimately what we're getting at here is stop letting your calendar control you.
Yep.
You control your calendar. If you were to call your surgeon and say, hey, I can only do surgeries on Saturday at 10, and your surgeon's going to laugh in your face and say, sorry, I do surgeries on Tuesday at this location or Thursday at this location in this window. What do you prefer? Right? You're moving your calendar around whatever the professional tells you. You have to grab back control of your clients and prospects and understand you are the professional. You are the financial surgeon. They work around your calendar. I can only meet in the evenings at 7. Well, too bad. Surgeon doesn't do surgery at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. So would you like to come in Wednesday at 2 or Thursday at 10? Right? So take control of your calendar. Don't let your calendar take control of you. What I found for me, even personally, Mike, is I have to have it in my calendar, right? If there's certain times where I'm set to do XYZ task, I'm putting it in the calendar because it probably isn't going to get done if it's not in the calendar.
My top producers have scheduled out, like I was thinking of one of my top producers, every Monday at 11 a.m., the team meets and they discuss and essentially build the cases for their money days and first appointments for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Love that. And on that note, that same top producer I think you're referencing and all of my top producers, they plan their year out, usually a year in advance, 18 months in advance, some of them, but at least 6 months in advance. So you know all your schedule for your seminars and everything way, way, way in advance. So you can plan and build around that too, right, Mike?
100%. And I'll say this is something that you can build up to. If you're starting your practice and I have no appointments, I might have to take that 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
But
yes.
But build up to that. And when you start building up your staff, and again, going to what Jeremy's saying about the financial surgeon, you're adding credibility to yourself by holding to your calendar. You're saying, no, I'm busy. I'm the guy, I'm the gal, I'm the bomb. You need to come see me, right? It's a perception of this is the person I should talk to.
Yeah, good point.
So,
money days. Grow your business built off of money days, everyone.
Money days. So, awesome. So, if you want to join Team Elevate, if you want to learn how to schedule out your entire year, if you want to learn how to create buffer days, money days, free days in your calendar, book a time with Jeremy and I. We'd love to help you. We'd love you to come join Team Elevate and let's grow and let's grow and let's grow your business.
Yep. Book the call. Let's go.